Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio August 30th, 2024. Today's transits make it rather difficult to see things clearly. It can be confusing or romantic ascente a euro or a bit of both. Some confusion can surround goals, instructions, and conversations, and the tendency to sugarcoat things can get you into trouble if you're not careful. Discerning between reality and fantasy can be a challenge, and it's probably better not to try too hard in this respect unless you are dealing with essential facts and figures. It may be best to defer important decisions and conversations for a better time. Focusing can be difficult now, and distractions can take the form of interruptions from the outside or unusual feelings from within. The more you talk about a particular plan or try to get an answer from someone, the more confused you become. After over 3 weeks of retrograde, or apparent backward, motion, the planet of communication, Mercury, begins direct motion today. Tricky problems and indecisiveness will likely clear up as you advance, and more clarity is around the corner, particularly surrounding financial matters. You may decide to scrap certain projects or ideas, but others regain momentum. Slowly but surely, you'll feel more equipped to make informed decisions. For now, as this shift occurs, take special care in your interactions with others. You may hit brick walls if you move too fast or push too hard. Life doesn't seem to be following all of the rules temporarily. Mercury retrograde is fading in the dust as of today. This sluggish phase ends as of today. As he sizzles into direct motion in Leo, he will draw attention to your solar house of finances. You may now be discussing plans for purchases with your significant other or even balancing your bank accounts as a team. Money talks, so know where the two of yours is always going. If you'd like to consult a financial advisor to help the two of you out, now is an auspicious moment. Regardless of your financial goals, it's vitally important to use this cosmic microscope to get things totally aligned. Mercury remains here until September. Where could you go from here? Your next steps will become clearer when Venus in Virgo opposes Neptune retrograde in Pisces and Mercury stations direct in Leo. The last few weeks could have been confusing. You may have felt lost in your professional journey, especially if you were unsure of what you wanted or needed to do. Luckily, today could be a turning point. You may feel increasingly confident about the route you want to take in your professional journey. Find your courage so that you can commit to this professional path. For every pharmaceutical treatment, there is a holistic way to take care of yourself. Pay attention to where you get your knowledge regarding wellness. Do you rely on what your parents taught you? How is their health? Do you believe what's written on all the packaging you buy? Do you have a friend or two who seem tuned in to holistic healthcare practices? Open yourself to receiving knowledge from new sources and notice the healthy difference it can make in your life. Today's vibrations are going to bring the temperature up a notch in your private life. They will encourage you to express your feelings for better or worse. There will be something of the new, improvised and passionate in the air. You will have a better understanding of your situation, desires and sentiments, and you will want to express them. You may even discover certain hidden sentiments inside yourself. With Pluto just 5 days away from retrograding out of you, our financial sector and Mercury turning direct in your income sector tomorrow, today presents a unique opportunity. This is the last day when every planet on both sides of the financial spectrum is in retrograde motion, allowing for a focus on past finances. Mercury remains in your income sector for another 2 days, but once he leaves, both money houses will be empty until November when Pluto returns to your financial sector and Mars enters your income sector. Although you are ready to shift focus away from finances, there are still some loose ends to tie up on both fronts. 2 days after the dwarf planet Ceres returned direct in your relationship sector and 5 days before Pluto is due to retrograde back in, the moon returns for its monthly visit to Cancer, and the timing couldn't be better. As they do every 4 weeks, over the next few days the Moon and Ceres will clash, putting a balance between your own and your relationship needs in the spotlight. This time with the Sun in his early and Venus, the planet of love, in her final days in your communication sector. Our eyes in the sky. Today, as you navigate your conversations and interactions, let your instincts guide you. Trust your intuition, that inner compass that always seems to know the right direction, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. You have a solid foundation of common sense and wisdom within you. Use that as your guidepost. When decisions arise, whether big or small, trust that you're in control and capable of making the choices that best serve your well-being. Sometimes, we get caught up in the details, analyzing facts and figures until we're overwhelmed, but remember that those numbers don't always capture the whole story. That's where your gut comes in. It's the quiet voice that aligns you with your true self and steers you toward the right course. Even if today brings heightened sensitivity, don't let that hold you back from expressing your truth. Sensitivity is not a weakness. In fact, it's one of your greatest strengths. It allows you to approach your conversations with empathy, understanding, and emotional sincerity, qualities that others, especially the women in your life, will deeply value. Have you ever noticed how, when you listen with an open heart, people feel safe to share their own truths? Today, your emotional intelligence can help you create an environment of trust and connection. This is your superpower. Use it to influence discussions in a positive, uplifting way. But while you're out there offering your support and guidance, don't forget about yourself. Your own emotional needs deserve just as much attention. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, take a step back and check in with your body. It's amazing how our physical health is so closely tied to our emotional well-being. Have you ever ignored that little twinge of discomfort, only to realize later it was a sign you needed a break? Today, pay attention to those signals, whether it's a tension headache, fatigue, or just a sense of restlessness. Stress can sneak up on us when we're busy taking care of everyone else, so make sure you're also taking care of yourself. The temptation for indulgences may be strong today. You might find yourself drawn to that delicious slice of cake, a spontaneous shopping spree, or even some other guilty pleasures that are hard to resist. And while it's perfectly okay to treat yourself, be mindful of the line between enjoyment and overindulgence. CE. Have you ever given in to a craving, only to feel a bit of regret afterward? Finding that sweet spot of balance, where you can enjoy life's pleasures without going overboard, will help you avoid any lingering feelings of guilt. As you reflect on your emotions and actions, don't be surprised if some inconsistencies bubble up to the surface. That's completely normal. We all have days where we act out of character or feel more emotionally charged than usual. Maybe today is one of those days where you find yourself more bold, daring, or outspoken than expected. And you know what? That's okay. These moments are part of your unique journey. Sometimes showing a different side of yourself can be liberating, even if it catches others off guard. Have you ever had a day where you embraced your spontaneous side, and it led to something exciting or unexpected? Embrace that energy, it's all part of your growth and evolution. However, be mindful of your emotional intensity, especially in conversations. If you feel a bit of verbal sparring coming on, try to keep it light and playful. We've all been in situations where a casual debate turned into something more heated than intended. Remember, it's not about winning or proving a point, it's about communicating with respect and understanding. Have you ever left an argument wishing you'd handled it differently? Avoid that by knowing when to step back, breathe, and choose peace over conflict. There's great strength in being able to walk away from unnecessary drama and prioritize harmony.